Hello students, in this lecture of automobile engineering, we will now learn final drive. This is a point number 2.5 and slowly we are coming to the end of unit number 2. The 2.6 is the last point and the name of that is nothing but related to the axle of an automobile. So here this is our point number 2.5 and what is final drive and what are its details that we will study in this lecture. In this sketch you will see this is nothing but the universal joint which is coming from the propeller shaft, which is attached here to the pinion shaft of the final drive. On this pinion shaft the pinion gear is mounted. So pinion gear is in connection with this ring gear, this big ring gear. After that this is nothing but axle shaft on which the axle shaft side gears are mounted. At the center you will see here differential side gear. So how this mechanism works, that we will study in this lecture along with other details. What are the contents of this video lecture? We will learn function and necessity of the final drive. After that we will learn working principle of differential. After that construction and working of differential. So what is final drive? A final drive is the part of power transmission system between the drive shaft and the differential. So it is a part which is located between the drive shaft and the differential. What is its function? Its function is to change the direction of power transmitted by the drive shaft through 90 degrees to the driving shaft. This is the main function of the final drive. At the same time, it provides fixed reduction between the speed of the drive shaft and axle driving the wheels. Fixed reduction between the speeds of the drive shaft and the axle driving the wheels. So it is the speed reduction is fixed, that is achieved with the help of this drive. That is, what is the meaning of this statement? The car moves at the different speeds while the engine runs at most efficient stage. So if engine is moving at the most efficient stage, but the car is moving at a different speed. So this is nothing but the function of final drive. So final drive is embodied in the rear axle. So this is the rear axle. Inside this you will see this mechanism. One form of final drive commonly used in motor vehicle is a chain drive. Another form of final drive commonly used in four-wheeled vehicles. Four-wheeled vehicle is the shaft drive. So shaft drive and chain drive both are called as a final drive. Final drive helps to turn the drive through 90 degree from propeller shaft to the rear axles. It provides a permanent gear reduction. So this is a figure which indicates the different parts or components of the final drive. Number 1, this is number 1, which is nothing but drive axle. This is number 2, final drive. Number 3 is suspension cross member. Number 4, you will see here trailing arm. Number 5, outer CV joint. This is out 5. Number 6 is drive shaft. This is the drive shaft. And number 7 is suspension strut. So these are some of the components of a final drive. What are the functions then? To provide permanent speed reduction, to turn the drive of propeller shaft through right angle to drive the wheel, or to transmit power at 90 degree from propeller shaft to the axle. These are the functions of the final drive. What are the types? Different types of final drive. Number 1 is spur bevel type final drive. Number 2 is spiral bevel type, and number 3 is high point type. Let us see the structure of these types of drives. The first figure, here you will see spur bevel gear type final drive. Here you will see the propeller shaft on which there is a bevel gear mounted, which is in connection with this crown wheel. This crown wheel is in the shape of spur bevel gear. This is a spiral bevel gear type, in which again you will see the propeller shaft on which the bevel pinion is mounted, but the crown wheel is in the shape having the shape of spiral bevel gear type. The third is high point type. The pinion wheel, the crown wheel is a high point type of gear. And next one is The propeller shaft is having the worm gear and it is attached to the worm wheel, which is also called as a crown wheel. That's why this picture is of worm and valve wheel type. Worm and worm wheel type. So differential means what? It is a very important component device which converts mechanical energy to motion. It provides less motion to the inner wheel and greater motion to the outer wheel while the vehicle is being turned. Drive pinion and driven gear and planetary gear assembly are the important parts installed inside this housing. Functions of the differential. Differential gear allows power to be split to two shafts traveling at different speeds with equal torque going to each wheel. Equal torque is going to each wheel. The differential gear carrier rotates at the average speed of the two wheels. Next is it causes your drive shaft to deliver power to your axle. It contains gears that transfer the engine rotation 90 degrees. So differential is a part of automobile which provides relative movement of the two rear wheels when the car is taking turn. It consists of differential, rear axle, wheels and bearing. The differential is provided in such a way that the propeller shaft connects the rear axles. Why the differential gear is used? Wheels receive power from the engine via drive shaft. The wheels receive power and make the vehicle move forward are called as drive wheels. The main function of differential gear is to allow drive wheels to turn at different RPM while both receiving power from the engine. Consider these wheels which are negotiating the turn. It is clear that the left wheel has to travel a greater distance compared to the right wheel. So this is a left wheel and this is a right wheel. This means that the left wheel has to rotate at a higher speed compared to the right wheel. If these wheels are connected using a solid shaft, the wheel would have to slip. If differential is not there, then wheel would have to slip to accomplish the turn. This is exactly where differential comes in a role. The ingenious mechanism in a differential allows the left and right wheels to turn at different RPM. So this left and right wheel will turn at different RPM while transferring the power to both the wheels. Let us see the parts of differential. We will now learn how the differential achieves this in step-by-step manner using the simplest configuration. Power from the engine is transferred to the ring gear. So this ring gear is there. This ring gear is rotating like this and through a pinion gear. So pinion gear, this is a pinion gear is in contact with the ring gear. The ring gear is connected to the spider gear. So this spider gear, ring gear and pinion gear, these are the three important components of the differential. The spider gear lies at the heart of the differential. Here it is located. You will see this is a spider gear. What are these? The spider gear is free to make two kinds of rotation. What are these two kinds of rotation? One along the ring gear like this, and second is along the own axis. Second motion will be like this. The spider gear is meshed with the two side gears. So this is a one side gear and this is another side gear. You can see that both the spider and side gears are bevel gear. Both the gears are bevel gear. Power flow from the drive shaft to the drive wheels following the following pattern. From the drive shaft, power is transferred to the pinion gear. So here this is a pinion gear. Since the pinion gear and the ring gear are meshed, this is a ring gear and this is a pin gear in mesh position. Power flows to the ring gear. As the spider gear is connected with the ring gear, this spider gear is connected to this ring gear. Power flows to it. Finally, from the spider gear, power gets transmitted to both the side gears. So from this spider gear, the power is transmitted to this spider gear. These spider gears are mounted on the rear axles. Let us see the next part.